So I sort of want to take more risks with this Hero 7. Like on the bicycle, looking backwards, or even while driving, get some rear shots. I'm trying to decide, because I really don't have much more purpose for it now.
Seems kind of weird that Nestle uses a symbol of a mother bird about to regurgitate her digested worms and whatever bugs she found back into her children's stomachs, and that's the Nestle logo. Regurgitation.
You know, when cutting things, it's important to be familiar with how much pressure the cut normally takes. Otherwise, you can make some disastrous, create some disastrous problems. Like, I cut with a knife with this. It's very easy, it's very fluid. I have an expectation for amount of pressure I have to put. I cut in pretty deep on this, and I expected a big cut. There's some things you just got to play with. You got to get experience with cutting, so you know how much pressure it takes. So you know you can balance that pressure out properly. It's a Ford Focus. It's 15. Well, this is a mistake. I wrapped this thing around and it's smoking. It might erupt into a flame. Wow, I didn't realize it was so sensitive. So I'm gonna need to remove that. And I'll be honest too, I had the handle on, and that really started smoking. Big mistake with this. Alright, so probably out of all these ties that I put on, these two can probably stay. The flames won't so much reach. Maybe this one smoked, but it stopped smoking. This is at the biggest risk. Somebody wanted to be a big jerk to my bicycle. All they have to do is set a lighter right underneath this and set my bicycle on fire. Alright, so I'm playing around with these GoPro sticky things, and I've already made 2 mistakes with the first 2. First, I put one on the back of this bicycle, and I can't take this top off now. You got these things that top slides on, but I keep screwing up and thinking that they slide back any way I want. It slides forward and it's stuck. It's stuck in there. So now that one is permanently dedicated to this. I can't take it off. And then I did the same with this thing. I can't take it off. I can see. I don't drive really over 70 anyway, so blocking part of the odometer, the speedometer, is fine. Alright, and then taking that off doesn't really hurt much. I mean, this doesn't really block much when I'm driving, but this slides forward. Now I don't know why I was thinking backwards, and now that's stuck. So I screwed up twice now, and now they got to be dedicated to that. Part of the reason I chose to put it here is maybe to watch the speedometer, and then I didn't want this thing in the way, because it'd be on the other side if I put this on the other side, so I didn't want that. But I can also flip the camera around and it kind of faces me. And then the 8 takes up even less room. Wow, can't seem to... You can kind of see the difference in... Oh, I didn't turn that off yet. See, it takes up much less room. See around that a little bit easier. And then on the claw, you can see on the right side, that broke off. I've only taken this off maybe 10 times, and it breaks on the 10th. Maybe 10, not more than, couldn't be more than 20 times. This thing is very flimsy. It seems to hold okay though, still. It's still usable, but you got to be much more careful now. Alright, so I'm gonna try to erase this iPod. I'm getting rid of it. It's the older one that had the little loop thing. You put a little loop in here. I never used it. The newer ones had that, or had that removed. So I'm gonna try to get rid of this. I got the password wrong, and I really want to just kill this thing. 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and it's supposed to erase all the data. Then I don't know, I try to recycle it somehow. How many times is that? Come on. After 10, it said after 10 times it'll erase all the data. Well, this is well beyond 10 times. Maybe that was just a threat. iPod is just, oh, they don't erase the data at all. That was just an option that doesn't even work. Alright, so entrance fee is charged for people who walk in. We'll see. It's not parking though. Alright, now you can see a big lake. Oh my god, there's all kinds of cameras. Got some real professionals. Alright, so I just go around the building. And I'll just continue walking. I just want to walk. Danger. I tried the doorknob. It's got a green rust to it, like maybe it's a brass doorknob. Yeah, I've been hearing some motor vehicles up this way. Oh man, what's going on? Just working on stuff, working towards planting. Well, this is really beat up. Seen better days. Nice screen. I could use a screen like that. Back at the keep out sign. You can kind of look in. It's got a weird smell. What's all visible? You can kind of, I can look over at this. It's a shed. Have some creature waiting. So I didn't record the sign. It said rec hall. You just go ahead and let yourself on in. They don't bother locking the door. It's got quite a smell to it. Oh, what do we got for notes here? Straddle line. Foot closest to target back a half step. Slide this foot to the shoulder length apart, then turn foot forward. Target to 10 or 12 o'clock. Stand tall and solid with some pressure. Dry fire harms you, the bystanders, and the bow. Target eye dominance. Steps to archery. Knock arrow. Draw hand sets. Point bow to ground, grasp string. Bow hand set. Place bow grip or meaty thumb part inside. Alright, a lot of bow and arrow stuff. Aiming. Dominant eye, rear sights. Follow through upon release. Paint your face. Oh, and they got stuff on the black? On the back, I mean? Oh, what's this? NASP? Oh, okay. National Archery School. Bird bath restrooms. They're probably unlocked if this building is. Look at this. They got the bows right here. Oh, and a workout area. These look like some nice bows. And you can work out too. Man, I don't think this is meant for people like me just to wander in. Oh my God, they have showers here. If I could prepare for that. Wow. I don't know how I could do that. All right. Something's going on here. They got electricity coming in, and there's a door open. It's squirting all over the place. They're running a lot of water through this area, possibly to encourage bird activity. Okay, this is a electrical pump house. Whoa. And this creature dug this big hole. Pretty convenient. I read on Google Maps reviews that somebody saw a snake eating another snake, and also a wild alligator. Alligators extend their range as far as here. I was gonna enter through that rec center through the rear door. I could exit. I thought I could enter back in, but it was locked. I wanted to get a good look at that freezer. It was running. I took a peek inside, and there was, looks like, various cuts of meat. I wanted to get a closer look, but I'm locked out. I was in a wildlife refuge, like a birding area in Washington. They charged money, maybe for people who walked on. That might be a habit. Either they don't charge any money, or they won't charge parking. They'll charge to walk on. And I didn't pay. I just came in. Well, no, actually, it may have been parking. And then, I'll go this way. And then I bicycled like a few miles to get there, actually. And I didn't pay. Nobody asked me for money directly. And it was pretty interesting. Bordering the part of the salt water, I think. I wonder if the keepers do anything to keep the hawks away to encourage bird growth. I would think hawks might be a problem. Here's some guys off in the distance talking really loud. No, I'm not questioning why I don't see any birds. I think they're scaring them away. Alright, looking on both sides of the trail. Climbing up this hill. Orlando Grand Trail, Cascade Pond Visitor Center. No direct access. What river is this? Looks pretty nice. And a lot of palm trees. Some lady said that the Rio Grande was all covered in palm trees before the Europeans arrived to make ships out of whatever was on the river. Be still, my beating heart. Not that still. They better not disturb me. I was afraid of alligators on land chasing me down and devouring me. When I was 19 in Louisiana, stationed in the Air Force, there's some off within the base, but on the far end of the base, wildlife refuge. I guess only military people could access. And I drove out there. It's like 15 minutes to bicycle on trails out there, and I parked next to this body of water, and there are the alligators. You could walk out on some, I don't know, dock. They went a little crazy. I got scared and ran back to my car and left. Alright, further down the trail, Here's an overlook for the alligator pond. I turn that way for Camino del Aves. I don't think there's a good chance of just seeing alligators. A white? Some guy said he saw an albino alligator. Yeah, there's no sign. Not sure how well this will show up as a trail. I'm just looking at this trail that cuts across this walking trail. All these hoof prints are javelinas. Those are too small to be deer. If I would have paid my $5, I probably would have gotten all the warnings that they gave people who paid. The sign says it's Kiskadee Pond, and it's a long walk, it looks like, to get over there. It's an orange grove that's fenced off over there. I don't see any holes. It looks pretty nice. Looks like I'll just walk down and then walk back. Not sure the distance though.